check na. Okay, so good afternoon everyone. So, how it happened, we are the 6 reporters, no? Grabe na, Jod. Ginadyo ni maayo. Okay, so, first of all, I would like to apologize sa mga technical errors, no? I guess we were prepared, pero lagi yung mga kuan, unexpected na mga pagkitaw. So, without further ado, let's proceed muna before we proceed sa among report, once at icebreaker kay itong senior face na naluya dyan mo sa pagkatulat. So, ang tawag sa itong icebreaker is what we call Fix Me. So, simple lang instructions. I will give you pieces of the picture and you are to arrange it. Ang makauna arrange, well, of course, na ay Isaac Sanders. Makaon lang sa, para no, muna na itong iPhone. Okay, so for group 1, here is your pieces in your picture. Ayos ang yung ha. And for group, okay, so everyone, I suggest na mag-form of circle para matabangan yung after ninyo ma-arrange ang picture, you should, state ninyo kung unsay pangalan sa kayo na nabasulat ninyo. So, oo, na siya. Namin mo, isa. Ha? Malatin no. So, okay na ba? Any questions? Ready na? Yes! So, mas managagay na ako, ha? Okay, so, 5, 4, 3, oo, ano sa saka mo? 2, and go!
Para makapagpapit
Nanay na kakuan. Make sure na na-arrange na dyan picture ha before ninyo i-state ang kuan name. Okay, salamat sa mga information na sa required for natin Friday na. Okay, so once again, good morning everyone. I am Tomata Cabusas Bando, one of the reporters for today's discussion. And for this time around, we'll be revolving around this topic, which is the pioneers of social work and social welfare in the Philippines and their contributions. So, as we all know, these contributors have led to the advancement, the development of our social work profession. Without them, siguro, possibly at the worst case, mura wala di profession din sa tuwan mismo katong tulungan. Posible po that our country or other countries more on kanang devastated sa karon kay with the help of these social workers but before the past era duties, we have led to the contributions of para lang maagapan ang mga sakuna na initabo the past. Diba? So without further ado, let us go to our first pioneer, which is si Victor J. Baltazar. So, si Victor J. Baltazar was born on March 15, 1960 in Manila, Philippines. He got his Bachelor of Science in Social Work degree at the University of the Philippines, and later on, he got his Master's degree at the same institution. So, at early age, si Victor J. Baltazar has experienced poverty and more on equality. And with that, this experience serves as an inspiration for him to get a career that is related to social justice and humanitarian efforts. So let us go to his contributions. First, he became one of the presidents of the Philippine Association of Social Workers, also known today as the PASWE, or the Philippine Association of Social Workers in the Incorporated. Yes, so under his leadership, he developed numerous activities that led to the strengthening of the standards of the profession. So, tungkol sa under his influence, iniwan ang mas likon gani ang mas nitaas ang standards sa atong profession. So, the next one is the foundation of the Center for Social Welfare and Development in 1992. So you may ask, what is this? So this is an organization that focuses on addressing the social, what do you call it, the pressing social issues in the marginalized communities. So, tungkol po ani, ang kaning CSWD, under his leadership, mas nila, what do you call this, mas ni-extend ang reach gani ani na organization tungkol sa sa time ni Mr. Baltazar. Mas daghan siya natabangan, mas na-distribute niya ang mga local communities tungkol ani na organization. So the next one is the empowering of local communities. So, kani si Victor J. Baltazar, he believe, na siya ng notion that for us to have an empowering country or there will be a change, local communities must solve their own problems. Or in this sense, he said that the local communities must actively involve para there is change na makita po. And under his guidance, SWD implemented numerous programs aimed at empowering local communities. Nagkuhan siya mga community organizing, mga programs na maka-enable sa mga katauhan sa communities na ma-identify lang mga skills and possibly would determine their own destinations. Okay, so the next one is promoting inclusivity and diversity. So does anyone know what inclusivity means? Anyone? Inclusivity.
When the act of includes
Layan, understand. What's your point about inclusivity?
the act of accepting everyone without leaving someone behind, no matter what gender or race or what culture, inclusive.
Yes, you have that point. In simplest term, inclusivity means giving equal opportunities to people. And let me see. So, CSWD's approach, through CSWD, under his leadership, he set an example. Ang kaning CSWD, nagkuhan siya set, this serves an example for other organizations gani in the Philippines na mo contribute or mo create or organizations that makatabang to create a more harmonious and equitable society. So, dagami natabang ang CSWD under the leadership of Mr. Baltazar. So, also, Mr. Baltazar was an advocate for mental health awareness. So, he was very concerned with the mental health of the individuals. And with all his efforts, he tried and successfully break the stigma revolving around this issue. No? So, through CSWD, initiated mental health awareness campaigns. He provided counseling services and trained the local healthcare providers so that ang mga local healthcare providers maka-create or maka-help sa mga individuals na nag-need of mental health awareness in a proper way and more effective way. Okay, so the next one, also, kani si Victor J. Baltazar collaborated with other government agencies para ma-create ang mga policy and other program implementations. So, the next pioneer is Mrs. Petra R. Buhoya. So, si Mrs. Petra is one also of the most influential na mga pioneers sa una. So, she was born on May 10, May 10, 1950 in Manila, Philippines also. And she got her Bachelor of Science degree in UP Diliman, or University of Philippines Diliman, and got her master's degree at the same institution. So after graduating kay si Petra de Hoya, she worked sa mga NGOs or mga non-government organizations. And by experience, nakita niya how usagid ang mga issues, usagid ka mga oppressed, ang mga marginalized communities. Na kani, this experience served as an inspiration for her to commit herself to the social work profession and give a lend hand to the people who's in need. Now, let's go to quick contribution. So, first and foremost is the advocacy for professionalization and regulation of social work. So before her efforts, as we all know, the social work profession was not yet a profession that time. Until na may enactment that the social work is now a profession. So she serves as an advocate for this kay moral ang point ni Jimmy Teta Kuya is gusto siya na gusto niya na mag-train ang mga social workers and mag-create of social workers that is qualified para matapos sa mga tao. Para mo successful o mas efficient ang pagtabang. So, motto, so this professionalism is also known as a Republic Act or 2017. Now, for the second one is the elevation of Department of Social. So this is just simply ang angat sa Department of Social Work into an institution. So, this tungod ani moral minimo na there were a lot of more resources na kung pa naman siya, napaangat na siya, recognition and support for social work, education, and research in the country. Ang kanyang Institute of Social Work and Community Development, this focuses on education sa social work. And this happens located in the University of the Philippines that time. So the next one is the transformation of the Social Welfare Administration or the SUA into the Department of Social Welfare Administration. So anyone kasi nakabalong who signed this act? Basta natin ito, I think it's 15146, 516. Basta ito sa act na turning ang Social Welfare Administration into a department. And this was signed by Ferdinand Marcos. So tumod kay ang marabili siya na nagkuhan for magaling but Peta Doya serves an advocate for this. Nga kay ang point with why ko na this into a department is that it is the government's obligation na mutabang sa katauhan. No, di ba? Sa social welfare administration, this is more just like an organization lang, associated charities ko yan sila, associated charities lang yun siya. But turning this into department, mas minimo na mas ma-expand ang duty sa government at mas dagay matabangan ng siya. Okay, the next one is Right. Lagi siya man next. Okay. So another free contributions Meta De Hoya gave is she also has become an advocate for disaster response and community development. She was also an advocate for child rights, and lastly, she was also an advocate for the women's rights. She raised awareness about gender-based violence and discrimination in the Philippines. And these efforts have contributed to legislative changes that promote women's rights. And one of the most notable contribution in Mrs. Pepe Hoya is the formation of the Pugad Lawin. So, Pugad Lawin is an organization that focuses on addressing the needs of the street children. This organization gives shelter, temporary shelter, education, and rehabilitation for street children. And this organization does not only save thousands of children, but also gave a better future for them. And so this is just some of the few contributions of these pioneers. And that's for my report. I will give the floor to my co-report.
So, good morning everyone. I am Janine Simone Calvo and I'm going to be reporting these 2 pioneers. So, Fabella Jose Fernando was born on October 26, 1888. He obtained his medical degree at Rush Medical College, United Guam. Became Secretary of the Philippines Island Tuberculosis Society in 1914-1916 and also became the Executive Director of the Public Welfare Board from 1914 to 1921. He went to and they joined the resident physician at Children's Free Hospital in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He took postgraduate courses in infant and children's diseases at Charité Krankenhaus in Berlin, Germany in 1940. So si Dr. Rosie Fabrina is more concentrated siya sa children and women. answered to the changing needs of the community. So kaya sa ihang school midwifery, there are three most common objectives, which is to train young women in midwifery to graduate to plan the unlicensed midwives. Number 2 is to train doctors and nurses for provincial work. And number 3 is to give health service and educational emphasis on maternal and child care. So under his leadership, he established Welfare Rare, or a children's village, and conducted. So sa karing Welfare Rare Nida, dili na conduct ang first ever health service and Filipino diet studies. He was, sa iyang mga contribution, nahimo siya delegate of the Philippines to the Second Oriental Conference of the League of Red Cross Society. It was held in Tokyo, Japan in 1936. He also then represented the Philippines in the 7th Congress of Tropical Medicine held in Calcutta, India in 1927 and became a representative also in the International Tuberculosis Congress held in Oslo, Norway in 1930. So, sa ikatuhan na ng pioneers is si Maria Calao Matipao. She was born in Manila, Philippines on February 14, 1912. She was eldest in her 4 siblings. So, in 1932, she received her bachelor's degree in philosophy and her master's degree in social work from the University of the Philippines. So, sa iya na mga contribution na to. So, Calao, ayun na. She was the author of Senate Bill number 84, known as the Republic Act number 3765, or the Truth in Lending Act of 1936. So this bill, it extends protection to consumer buying goods on an installment plan and enabling credit transactions. She also authored Senate Bill number 30, which aimed to amend Republic Act number 621, or an act creating the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization National Commission of the Philippines. She also authored RA 4073, or an act to regulate the practice of social work and the operation of social work agencies in the Philippines and for other purposes. So this act, it regulates and provides for high quality of ethical and professional standards for practice of social workers and legislation and accreditation of social work agencies as stated in sections number 8 and 23 of the Act. In 1964, she wrote the Public Act number 4165, or the law that mandated the creation and appropriation of the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. She also authored this. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Representative and Holy Story Board. To discuss the school pioneers, Dr. Laudi and Josefa Martinez. So, Dr. Laudico was born on July 12, 1912. She was a Filipino educator and a social worker. She was an instrumental in starting the first social workers at CEU in 1948, and in 1915, she established a master's program in social work at CEU, providing advanced training opportunities in the field. In 1953, she received an honorary doctorate degree from Baguio University. So this special recognition was given to her because of her important work in social work education and practice. And Dr. Lavico introduced undergraduate social work education in the Philippines because social work training in the United States was only available in undergraduate level. So, dili mo makuha ang social work ng program if wala kay bachelor's degree. Then, Dr. Laudico believed that our country people need help right away, so she made it possible for the students to study social work earlier, especially after the World War II. Because at katumangod na time is ang social workers were in demand. social workers were in demand after the World War II because the war had caused a lot of damage and many people left in need. So social worker were needed to help emergency relief, rebuilding communities, and supporting individuals and families who are affected by the war. So she played a big role in shaping how people learn to help others in our country. Next is Martinez. So she was born on January 21, 1894 and died on April 14, 1987. Martinez is a pioneering social worker serving the poor and destitute. And she was the first professionally trained social worker in the Philippines. So, she had obtained a social work diploma from New York School of Social Workers in 1941, where she had to work for the Public Welfare Board, where she had started to introduce the scientific approach. Mrs. Martinez established the social work program, which were instrumental in training the future generations for social worker. So she set up this program specifically designed to teach people the skills and knowledge needed for social work. So she was responsible for training and shaping the next group of professionals in the field. Through her career, she worked in child welfare and promoted maternal and child health. And Josefa was hired as an executive secretary at Associated Charities. So siya ang first na executive secretary sa kanyang organization.
So, good morning everyone. My name is Kimberly A. Gupta. So, naasan po kay Asuncion Ariola Ceres. So, Asuncion Ariola Ceres became a social worker for the Red Cross in 1924 and held such position as Executive Secretary of the Associated Charities of Manila and the Red Cross. So, provided social work training for college graduates since there was no course offered at the time. So, si Asuncion Ariola Perez is nag-offer po siya og na social work training bitaw sa mga college graduate kay. So, kasi nga wala pa ka na course bitaw nga na-offer anang nga time. And also, she is a former administrator of social welfare from 1948 to 1953 and one of the original board of trustees of the Philippine Rural Reconstruction Movement. So, ang Philippine Rural Reconstruction Movement is nag-envision sila of a world of equity and sustainability, and she founded the Children's Garden of the Philippines in 1954. So, ang Children's Garden of the Philippines is isa sa ilahang kanaang aim bitaw is mag-provide sila og kanang home for the care of the street children, and also mag-provide po sila og kanang mga skills training bitaw nga maka-enhance sa socio-economic stability, self-sufficiency, and social responsibility to become productive citizens. So, ina-train nila ang mga bata nito. And also, they conduct spiritual activities that will strengthen relationship of street children with God and inculcate among them biblical, moral values, and positive attitude. And also, nag-train po sila o nag-educate sila through kanang ALS bitaw, alternative learning system. And si Silva Felicitas Alvarez was the country's first professional social worker with a master's degree. She remains passionate about her causes that include the three charities she set up. So, ang first nga charity ngayong kwan is ang Child Hope of the Philippines. So, through Child Hope Philippines, which established in 1989, they champion the cause of children who work and live on the street. So, ang Child Hope dia is na Yun lang. Nag-promote, ang child office, nag-promote sila of welfare, uphold and protect children's rights, particular children in strained situation. And number 2 nga iyang na charity nga iyang ano is ang Tahanan Santa Luisa in 1999. So Miss Silva organized Tahanan Santa Luisa, the first crisis intervention center for abused and exploited street children to give them a home and a safe place to recover. So ang next is the Families and Children for Empowerment and Development Foundation. So, ang Families and Children for Empowerment and Development Foundation is non-profit service foundation organized in 1887. It facilitates leadership development, empowerment, organizational development, and social services among street children, urban poor children and their families in their unidentified urban poor areas in District 5 and 6. So one of the mission of kanang Families and Children of Empowerment Development is gina-empower nila mga street children bitaw and uban po sila ang mga families. And also, nag-provide po sila opportunities for children, youth, and parents on value clarification and education with particular emphasis on spiritual values and human rights of the children.
So, pleasant morning to everyone. I am Evelyn Gonzalez and for the topic that was assigned to me was the pioneer, why these two pioneers made a huge contribution to the social work and social welfare in the Philippines. So, Melchor Aquino was born on January 6, 1812. She was a Filipino revolutionary who was known as Tandang Sora because of her age during the Philippine Revolution. So, she was known as Tandang Sora, natawag sa Tandang Sora because she was 84 years old when the revolution began, and she was known as the grand woman of the revolution, mother of the Philippines. And Melchor Aquino at that time is not a social work in a sense. However, she embodied the social work more values which makes her being relevant during that time. So one of her contributions was opening her home to the sick and wounded revolutionaries during the Philippine Revolution, providing food and shelter to the poor and marginalized, also teaching children how to read and write. So during the revolution was the home or the house of Melchor Aquino was a safe haven to those sick and wounded revolutionaries. Gahatag siya of shelter, of food, and of course medical care. Kay Melchor Aquino is also a nurse and midwifery. So most of itabangan niya, of course, she's taking her life at risk. During that time because the colonized sa mga Spaniards. So mo to gatabang siya sa mga isip ko asa Filipino gatabang po siya sa mga revolutionaries. And of course, teaching children how to read and write at that time because she believed that education is one of the key para successful sa katawin for especially girls that time kay a woman has no rights to raise their voices. They are powerless. There is a biased treatment sa both sexes. And now is Dr. Elsa Vergara was born in 1896, graduated from the University of the Philippines with a degree of medicine 1980. He then went on studying social work at the New York of Social Work. She was the first to introduce psychiatric social work in the Philippines. Later on, kaning-atran siya isa-isaya ang mga contributions. And Dr. Vergara worked as a social worker and an educator where he taught social work in the University of the Philippines and the Philippine College. And of course, he was the superintendent of the Associated Charities of Manila from 1939 to 1941. He was awarded the Distinguished Service Medal with the Philippine Government in 1962. So let's move problema sa ilang mental health problems. And psychiatric social workers that time, they are helping sa mga individuals providing people to understand their problems, and of course, develop sila coping mechanisms and coping mechanisms sa mga tao. And during that time, this clinic is very important because it helps to improve people to understand sa ilang struggles in life. Employed social workers, the youth and children played a role in establishment of the difficulties in the Philippines and advocate that for the rights of children and youth. So during that time, si Dr. Jose Vergara is advocated for a strong advocate for the youth and children because we believe that children is na the belief ko siya nga children is need yun o kining rights para sa safe and safe environment. That is why we employing social workers na makatabang sa mga bata para makatabang sa mga bata para makakuha ng nilang life. And advocating for the rights of children and the youth. Since Dr. Vergara is a strong advocate for the children and the youth, there is some awareness kung sa pinakanglanon sa mga bata. Of course, putting pressure sa government para ma-improve ang ilang living condition. And of course, Dr. Vergara also is one of the legal legislation dahil sa mga bata which is enacted in 1963 is law code which is the name for the child and youth welfare kay during that time that he wants to protect the children who experience abuse, neglected, and of course exploitation. Develop the first child welfare legislation.
So, good morning everyone. I am J. Francis P. Bernardazo and I am going to talk about the pioneer Mrs. Hilaria de Rosario Aguinaldo. She was born on February 17, 1877 and was the first wife of the former President Emilio Aguinaldo. She was not nailhan bitaw as First Lady because the Philippines under the term of Emilio Aguinaldo dili pa free ang Pilipinas. Ang gitawag ra ng mga First Lady ato na time is ang wives sa mga American soldiers. That's the reason why nga si Cory Aquino ang atong nailhan nga First Lady sa Pilipinas. Since Emilio Aguinaldo is nasa Katipunan, she also worked for the welfare of the revolutionary soldiers. She organized the Pies de la Revolution or the Daughters of the Revolution, which later became the Asociación Nacional de la Cruz Roja or the National Association of the Red Cross. This was considered as the precursor of the present Philippine National Red Cross. This organization that she made helped distribute food, medicines to wounded Filipino soldiers. And this organization raised funds for medicine supplies and others and helped the soldiers who were sick during the revolution. Her death was because of the